Yes, sir.
My name is David Balkan. I'm the Vice President of the New York City Subsurface Plumbers Association. I'm here to speak about Intro 1481, which is an all-encompassing document updating the New York City Plumbing Code. In this association's previous response to Intro 1481, we had stated serious concerns about the proposed change in the definition of a building drain. Our concerns included creating an overlapping and confusing inspection process overseen by both the DEP and the DOB. This confusion would have been brought about by extending the definition of a building drain to the property line. It would have also resulted in needless additional charges of approximately $5,900 to any property owner who required house sewer work. More seriously was the very real potential for both bodily injury and property damage due to excavations having to be left open. I'm pleased to report our above concerns have been appreciated and fully addressed by both the DOB and the DEP. The new definition of a building drain as proposed now is defined as ending at the outside of the foundation wall, as opposed to at the property line of a premise. This simple and logical change in wording will save New York City property owners thousands of dollars and will eliminate the potential of open excavations causing bodily injury and property damage. The process that resulted in this very positive change in the definition of a building drain was seamless, and the industry's concerns were treated as meaningful. On behalf of my industry and my association, I would like to state that taking part in Intro 1481 was quite a pleasant experience. It is refreshing when government and industry can work together for the common good. I would like to thank all those that took part in producing Intro 1481 for your considerable time and effort.
Are you entering this testimony not under duress?
Not at all.
I'm just kidding. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, George Basilino has arrived. If you could just join us, please. I'm sorry. Please.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Ed Bosco, I'm a licensed professional engineer. I'm managing principal of ME Engineers. It's a New York City firm with offices around the country. I'm also vice chair of the American Council of Engineering Companies, and I've been a member of the HVAC boiler and technical committee that's developed the other sections of the codes that complement what Mr. Parisi has done. On behalf of the American Council of Engineering Companies of New York, I'd like to thank Chairman Carnegie and the members of the committee for their efforts over the years to update the city's construction codes. I'm here to testify in support of Intro 1481, which proposes revisions to update the New York City Plumbing Code. Founded in 1921, ACEC New York is one of the oldest continuing organizations of professional consulting engineers in the U.S. We represent close to 300 consulting engineering and affiliate firms throughout New York State with a concentration in New York City. Our members plan and design the structural, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, civil, environmental, fire protection, and technology systems for the city's buildings and infrastructure. Over the years, hundreds of ACEC New York members have donated countless hours chairing and serving on the technical committees convened by the DOB to assist with the revision of the city's construction codes. The technical committees work closely with DOB and the construction community to address issues associated with the adoption of the IPC for use in New York City. We thank the DOB for this high level of collaboration and for continuously improving on the process for updating the construction codes based on industry feedback. During the current code revision cycle, 120 members of the ACEC New York have served on the technical and managing committees. The plumbing and technical committee that assisted the DOB in drafting the plumbing code revision being considered today is chaired by Phil Parisi of MG Engineering, who is also the chair of the ACEC New York Plumbing Code Committee. I feel old, but Phil and I have been working on these codes longer than the prior panel has been alive. We applaud the work of the DOB's Plumbing Technical Committee and understand that it's a two-tier process with further review by a managing committee composed of representatives from all sectors of industry and government. The end result is truly a consensus document. Going forward, ACEC New York members will continue to work with other DOB technical code committees and the City Council to ensure that the updates reflect the on-the-ground issues encountered by our engineers, architects, and builders every day, as well as the best practices for safety and sustainability. We respectfully offer our support for this current round of amendments, which reflect those objectives, and urge the Council to swiftly pass this bill.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bosco, for that. Anybody remember Evelyn Wood?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a classic example. I didn't mean to age myself, but Evelyn Wood speed reading.
I'm 52.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, excellent. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Oh, ready? Good morning, Chairman Cornegie. My name is George Basilino. I am the Secretary of the Master Plumbers Council of the City of New York. The Master Plumbers Council represents over 250 licensed master plumbers throughout the city, and I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to submit testimony today. This current code revision is provided the Department of Buildings the opportunity to update the plumbing code to continue to maintain the highest level of public safety for the residents of New York City. Most of these proposed changes are to bring us in line with the 2015 International Plumbing Code. While technological advances in methods and materials may work in other parts of the country, they're not always really fit for New York City. And one of the primary functions of this committee was to ensure that we've selected only the best materials and methods. Over the past 2 years, members of our association have been privileged to work with this committee. We appreciate the fact that the DOB has taken all of our thoughts, suggestions, and as you said, we've compiled a consensus code here, what you have before, and as such, the Master Plumbers Council is supportive of the bill as written. However, we realize that there are many interested parties, and everyone may have a suggestion or a comment, and our only request is that those suggestions or comments be sent back to the full Plumbing Committee for consideration, and then we would be happy to consider them and send them back to you. The main goal of the MPC and the council is consistent. It's to best protect the public safety of the residents in New York. And in order to do this, we need to provide them with a plumbing code that is both modern, efficient, and affords them the highest level of public safety. Please remember that plumbers are the first line of defense when it comes to protecting the public's health. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. The only thing I'm going to request probably is that the council reconvene to talk about the enforcement, because usually, again, you know, and thank God today we're here in agreement, but we really find issues around the second component to the great work that the committee put in, which is the enforcement component. Right? So that it doesn't have a disproportionate impact, negative impact on businesses and on the industry. So I certainly like to reconvene the committee at some point to discuss the enforcement component to it.
We greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to call the next panel. Thank you.